Hi, Leo. It's me, your girl, the Kinky Witch. How are we doing today? Leo, first and foremost, excuse me. I came home from the gym. I started doing some work in the yard, and the spirit was like, go finish those recordings. So I came as I am. So this is me in my doing yard work here, but these messages need to come out. So, Leo, we are here for your Midheaven 10th house career and professional guidance reading. Leo, this energy is going to be from May 15th through to June 15th. Okay. This may also apply to your sun, moon, rising. Take it where it resonates. Leave what does not. Leo, in this house, we pray. Divine Mother, Father, God, angels, ancestors, and guides, I ask that you allow me to see and say all that I must. What is your guidance for Leo for this energetic period? What is your guidance for Leo? Okay. So, Leo, we're going to be pulling from the Getting into the Vortex Oracle deck by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Esther channels I don't know, Abraham, I just blanked. Esther channels the Ascended Master Abraham or the Ascended Collection. Because sometimes I feel like it's a collection of masters named Abraham. Um, but we're also going to be pulling from the Archangel Oracle deck and the Angel Guide deck. And then we're also going to be pulling from the Four Agreements for some guidance at the end, right? So we're looking at your career, but this may also apply to other areas in your life. That's why it's important to see, does the energy make sense in your sun, moon, rising, and descendant placements? All right, Leo? The first card we have is 29, which breaks down to 11, which breaks down to 2. So it says, or diversity supports our individual freedoms. Or diversity supports our individual freedoms. It says, while your societies continue to try to dictate and enforce human behavior to please the majority, because of your diversity, it continues to be an uncomfortable struggle that again and again falls off its economic weight. There simply is not enough money in the world to buck the natural currents of individual freedom and independence of thought. And this is a message and energy that flowed last energetic period, right? April through May, where spirit is saying individuality is key. Individuality is how everyone survives, how the universe survives, how the cosmos survives, how all the dimensions and densities that are higher elevated, even the lower ones, and we don't pull in those low vibrational energies over here. However, hands down. However, individuality is what makes the world go round. Diversity is what makes the world go round. So this is saying stop trying to make everyone be like you, act like you, think like you. And also, if someone is trying to make you be like them, think like them, act like them, absolutely not, Leo. This is a time where you need to shine in your individuality. Whatever you're working on in your career, it is going to call upon your individual taste to also influence it, right? This is not something where we need to be hive mind mentality, but this is something where we understand that every molecule and atom is uniquely different, and coming together, we make up one part of the whole. All right. The next one we have is 22, which breaks down to 4. So we have 2 and 4. It says beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. Beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them, right? Let me get in close. There you go. And so what Spirit is saying here is there are things in your environment that you believe that match what you want. And there are all kinds of things in your environment that you believe that defy what you want. How would you ever sort them out? How would you know how would you know the active beliefs within you that serve you well and the active beliefs that do not? serve you. How do you know the beneficial beliefs from the detrimental ones? The beneficial beliefs feel better when you think them. The detrimental ones feels worse when you think them. What Spirit is saying here is when you think a good thought that is beneficial to you, when you have a good feeling that is beneficial to you, it makes you feel good. It gives you all the good endorphins. It makes you feel ooey gooey. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel like you want to socialize. When you think or have non-beneficial emotions or thoughts, Spirit is saying they make you uncomfortable. They elicit anxiety, right? They elicit depression. They elicit anger. The things that don't serve you take you out of alignment. And how do the alignment shows up? It shows up by you no longer feeling comfortable and not feeling like you can stand in your power. It disempowers you, energies that do not align with you. So Spirit is saying, in order for the world to keep moving and being this beautiful place that it is, we each need to continue to stand firm in our diversity, but also we need to feed ourselves, do the things, think the thoughts that elevate us, that make us feel good. Because once we feel good, the world feel good. When we're doing good, the world's doing good. When we're not worried about pleasing other people or putting other people before us, then we are putting ourselves before everything else, right? The next card we have is 59. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 5. So we have 2, 4, 5. I'll not ask others to become different for me. I'll not ask others to become different for me. Let your vibrational relationship escrow percolate and give it your undivided attention so that you become a vibrational match to it. And then when the law of attractions bring all of it together, there are not any bugs to work out. Do not ask the person who helped you to define what you want to become what you want so that you can have what you want. Instead, use your willpower to focus upon what you want. And then the universe will bring you what you want, right? So what Spirit is saying here is that you can't make somebody be who you are. You cannot make somebody be a copy of you. You cannot make someone think like you. You cannot make someone act like you. Leo, Spirit is saying here, understand the diversity in everyone at the table is what is going to make whatever project, whatever idea, whatever plan, whatever proposal that you have successful. Leo, sorry, had to quickly stop. Someone just stopped by the house. But going back to the message of Spirit, what is putting forward, right? We got cards here that are saying to you, you cannot control the narrative, you cannot control people, and you should not make yourself be controlled. And other people cannot control your narrative, right? The diversity is what makes this world go around. And just like how people can't make you be them, you can't make people be you, right? You can't let the people who have helped you to define the things that you do not want become what you want. Why? Because they already identified that they possess the things, traits, characteristics, beliefs that you do not want. So why would you want to make them the thing you want? Doesn't make sense, right? All right, so let's see what the archangel's guidance are. All right, so the first card we have, Leo, is Archangel Haniel. Seek soul satisfaction, fan a flame of inner happiness. Seek soul satisfaction, fan a flame of inner happiness. Spirit is saying Do you know who you are? Are you happy with who you are? Are you happy with what you have at this time? Maybe this is a time period for everyone, Leo, to start assessing, am I where I want to be? Am I doing the things I want to do? Am I happy? Because if I'm happy, I'll be happy out there. If I'm happy in here, I'll be happy out there. Are you happy, Leo? Okay, are you happy with the people, places, things, elements, entities, and beings around you? Are you happy with the energies that are around you? Because if you are not, it is time for you to start connecting to the what makes me feel good feeling and the what makes me not feel good feeling, because those are going to identify the things that you want and the things you do not want. Right? Spirit is saying, seek soul satisfaction, I'm here, satisfy my soul. Remember, no one else can satisfy your soul, right? You are the only element and author of the book, of the story that paints a picture of satisfaction. Now, how you interact with people could be satisfying to you, Leo, but understand that that also may not be what satisfies someone else. So as much as you are shooting vibrational arrows in the direction of what you want, people are also shooting vibrational arrows in the direction of the things they want. And those vibrational arrows may not be going towards each other. Okay. So very much here, if you're in a partnership, if you're working for a company, take a look. Is this company's values, ethics, morals, principles, purpose, whatever bylaws, right? Are they aligned with what you want to be doing? Right? Yeah, work is work, but you can't go to a job miserable every day. We have Archangel Butail. Be interdependent, expand your horizons. And I'm hoping I say his name right, right? Archangel Butiel sounds right to me. Be interdependent, expand your horizon. So if this is about a job, Leo, Spirit wants you to go outside of the box, expand your horizon. Don't just limit yourself to the things that you're comfortable with, because comfort doesn't mean happiness. Comfort doesn't mean fulfillment. Comfort just means I know this place. I know this space. So if it's time for you to start looking for other employment opportunities within the company, outside the company, Leo, it's time. All right, because you are no longer feeling the satisfaction you need. So you're either figuring out what is it about the situation is no longer fulfilling, or am I even in a place or at a place that can fulfill me? We have Archangel Bokpi. Hopefully I say that right. Bokpi. It is time to fly. Listen to your intuition. Yeah. Okay, Leo, it's time to fly. Listen to your intuition. For a big majority of you, it's time to find a new job. It's time to find a new job for a big majority of you. For a big majority of you, it could also be time to apply for new positions within your company. It's time to find new partnerships. It's time to sever partnerships. It's time to move on. Your gut is telling you it's time to move on. And you can't remain in a place and say, but I can make this work. I could fix this. You're fixing it is you trying to make people become who you are, align with what you want. And what Spirit is saying is everybody has their own right to free will, right? Their own right to be their own diverse, unique beings, their own right to connecting to the happiness within them and what they want. And no one has the right to tell you that you have to be, say, do this. You have to be like me, act like me, right? So if you're in a partnership, meaning work, you're in a career, you're a business owner, your partner in a business, something is no longer aligning and your gut is saying it's time to go in another direction. It is time for you to fly. It's time for you to listen to your intuition, choose you, right? Seek that soul satisfaction, expand your horizon, and go out there and see what else is there for you, because this ain't it. Finally, we have Archangel Raziel. It says, seek and you will find. Be a wise one. Exactly. Seek and you will find. The doors are open for you during this period. If you want to start looking for new employment opportunities, now's the time. If you got to sit down and have a conversation with your business partners, your colleagues about where the trajectory of whatever you're working on is going, now is the time. But now is the time for you to get clear and a greater understanding in what it is that you want and how are you going to get it, because you can't stay here in this space the way you are any longer. All right, we have power and intention, Leo. Act with power and intention. Okay? Act with power and intention. You have a lot of power in the situation, and Spirit is saying it's not enough for you to just do. When you make a decision about what it is that you want, what it is that you're seeking, then you have to make sure you're acting with power and intention. Because remember, again, the things we do doesn't just only impact us, it impacts so many different people. All right. Guardian angel, you're being guarded throughout this time. So pray, right? For those of you who pray, pray. For those of you who meditate, meditate. For those of you who have counselors or whomever that you go to, whoever you go to that helps you clear your mind, do so. But Spirit is saying, know that at this time you're guarded. I'm getting a strong feeling that someone has a therapist that they do talk to about stuff, especially work stuff that sometimes our family members don't understand what we do, because what we do is something very unique to us. It's a passion that's inside of us. They're there for us. They can listen to us, but when it comes to sometimes the nuances of the situations we're dealing with in our career and professional life, yes, having a professional, be there to help you. It's what's needed at this time. Romance and connection. So, like I said, sometimes when we keep holding on to those old things because they're comfortable, we do not make room for the things that need to come in to build us, to grow us, to enhance us. So when you're making purposeful and intentional decisions to leave something, right, whether it is a career, a professional partnership, a collaboration, you are leaving people, places, and things behind that you do not feel are aligned to you. You do not believe they're aligned to you. Why? Because the energy doesn't feel good. You're like, we're in this space and I just still don't feel good about doing this. I don't want to do this anymore. It doesn't feel right. So you're trying to align with things that feel good, right? You want connections that feel good, business opportunities that feel good, collaborations and collaborative partners that feel good. Because yes, business is done by gut intuition, right? And instincts. It's not done by formulas. Formulas only control markets and finances if you're in that field. But if you're in a business, it's chance and risk. Entrepreneurs take chances and risks. They don't stay in comfortable spaces because this is always working for them. Even in those spaces, they're taking small chances, small risks, big chances, big risks, right? But ultimately, once you leave this situation, Spirit is saying the door is here for a new connection, right? A new connection. Let's take it at face value. Sometimes you're leaving one place, moving to another for a career, and love comes in because you're now aligned with the person you need to be with, because you've moved into that space of alignment with them by moving out of something that currently doesn't serve you. So this is the energy I'm seeing for you here, Leo, is you're leaving something that doesn't satisfy your soul behind, moving into something that does satisfy you, right? We have self-acceptance coming out for your final angel guide card. Spirit is saying, accept yourself. Accept who you are. Accept what you bring to the table. Accept your differences. Accept their differences. Accept the situation for what it is. It may not be pretty, but it's clarifying for you what you do not want so you can go and align with what you do want. Because at the end of the day, acceptance is key to fulfillment and happiness. And Leo, this is what you're moving into. Yes, sometimes saying goodbye hurts. We build connections, we build relationships. But if it no longer serves your greatest and highest good, it gotta go. All right, let's get some last messages from the four agreements. Okay. We have, don't take anything personally. Love and respect yourself. It says, you are never responsible for the actions of others, but you're responsible for you. If someone is not treating you with love and respect, it is a gift. They walk away from you. You may hurt for a while, but your heart will eventually heal. I'm telling you, Leah, whatever this situation is that has happened, you choosing yourself is the greatest level of love and respect and grace that you can give yourself. You do not need to sit in the company of people who do not value you and who do not treat you well and think you will grow there. You do not grow. That's like planting crop that it's like, okay, what Spirit is saying is that's like planting crops in a field that is not prepared to take those crops, right? You're planting crops in a field that hasn't been tilled. The soil hasn't been aerated and nourished. It's dry, it's cracked, it's parched. It hasn't been weeded, right? It hasn't been treated for insects and pests. Like it hasn't been prepared. And you're planting a seed there saying this is gonna grow. Absolutely not. All right. Don't take anything personally. Relinquish self-importance. Personal importance or taking things personally is the maximum expression of selfishness because we make the assumption that everything is about me. People, places, things. People do things that do not concern us but impact us, so we think it's because of us. People do things that do not concern us, but it impacts us, so we think it's because of us, right? Spirit is saying relinquish self-importance in this situation and recognize it for what it is. Whomever made the decision they did, that decision was made to literally make themselves happy, not you. They weren't thinking about you in this process, Leo. And because of that, you're now taking it personally. You're looking at yourself, you're judging yourself. And Spirit is saying, no more of that. Walk into your grace, walk into your power. Recognize that you are an individual and you have the same right as they do to make decisions and choices that benefit you. It may have unwanted impacts on others, but it benefits you because you ultimately are moving in alignment with that which you seek. And the universe is only ever going to answer us, right? And give us what we energetically focus on. So if we focus on, oh, what was me? All we're going to end up is putting ourselves in, oh, what was me situation. And you have power and intention behind you and your actions, Leo. Don't make assumptions. Be yourself around others. The biggest assumption that humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We are afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us as we do ourselves. Listen. Don't make assumptions. Show off, go off, show off, be you in front of these people, whomever they are, hate it or love it. They're gonna love you, they're gonna hate you. There's nothing you can do about it because these people have free will. But when you hide yourself, you hide your gifts, you hide your talents, you hide yourself from the people who are around you that will appreciate it and that can actually help elevate you onto the levels that you want to be elevated. When you hide your talent, your intelligence, your creativity, right? When you hide your beauty, when you hide who you are from people, people don't know what to make of you, so they then decide to start categorizing you. But let me give you who I am. So when you categorize me and say, you know what, that person is this, 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 and the third, and a bag of chips, I'm like, don't forget the sprinkle, sprinkle. Add that salt. Okay, I'm a salt and vinegar kind of chip. Okay, I'm a white cheddar popcorn kind of popcorn. I'm not just popcorn. Okay. Meanwhile, somebody else over there is like, and I'm more of a caramelized, sweet popcorn. Why are you putting me in the same box as white cheddar and butter? You understand what I'm saying to you, Leo? Be you, be yourself. Be the person you're meant to be so that people who are meant to be around you, be with you, help you, collaborate with you, build with you, find you. And stop trying to be what someone else wants you to be. Because how's that working out for you? Leo, listen, if this resonates, please let me know in the comments. Please like, share, excuse me, comment, and subscribe. Please hype the channel up. Let's get it out there in the algorithm. And I'll see you in the next one. Asheo.